So let me give you a few thoughts and things I've learned. I've tested many things. I want to be known as a mad scientist. I think I already am a mad scientist. I try everything. So I've tried the Pomodoro method. I've tried, there's the 80. Pomodoro is a series of timers you set. You do like 20, 25 minutes, then you take a small break for 5 minutes, and then you do. I've done that. It's very structured, Pomodoro. There's a thing called the Pareto principle. Tim Ferriss talks a lot about 80-20 rule. So his thing for time management is basically, you focus on only things that move the dial and you let everything else kind of fall apart. Another book on time management, Gary Keller, The One Thing. He has this kind of domino effect time management. So he says you can't manage all your time. You can't manage everything equally. So you find the one thing in your life that you can push on. And when you push that domino, all the time management kind of falls in place. And I will tell you, of all those different philosophies, there's other philosophies that I gave you four. The Pomodoro kind of method, the highly structured, the Pareto. The Pareto, Gary Keller, and these are kind of similar. They're like highly focused kind of thing, the Tim Ferriss thing. But there's different. I could go on. You can talk for hours. There's a book called Getting Things Done, very famous book. It's probably sold, 5, 10 million. He has this whole structure of he's more of like an organizational time management person. So he's like, you have file folders and you have your projects and you get things off your plate real fast and you drop you create a product and then and then you divide it up into all these tasks. Again, I've tried that one too. So I will tell you, there's truth to all of these systems of time management. There's truth to all of it. You can set up a highly organized structure where I talked to Arnold Schwarzenegger, for example. I actually got to spend some time with The Rock recently. Did a little charity thing. I flew over to England for his Fast and the Furious, the spinoff he's shooting, and I was on the set with him and had a long talk with him about books and protein and time management. I mean, The Rock and Arnold Schwarzenegger, they wake up. Arnold, I interviewed him in his kitchen while he smoked cigars at his house, and he told me, he's like, Ty, I wake up at 4 a.m. I read for 1 hour. This is his current routine. It was a little different when he was younger, but then at 5, I think he eats and he rides his bike to Venice Gym, and then he works out. He has this whole structure, like the whole day structured. The Rock's very much like that. But if you look at the richest person in the world, just to throw a monkey in all these systems, like Jeff Bezos, people asked him his morning routine, his time management in the morning. And he's like, my best management is like having nothing to do. I kind of sit around at home and I think and I daydream and I spend time with my family. And I don't get into the office till 10 in the morning. This is the richest man alive. So you could see there's different time management philosophies. And you can choose one that you like. Maybe one resonates more with your style. And I think it's kind of what you have to do. You got to find things that resonate. But what I want you to know is none of them are absolutely right. And that's hard for people because people just go, Ty, what's the one thing, time management, that'll instantly make me really successful? And I'm going, well, there's my mentor, Joel Salatin, used to tell me, there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. It's kind of as I think back, I'm going, skin a cat. It's kind of a morbid metaphor. But what he was saying is there is no, it's more than one way to shear a sheep. It's not so violent, right? Sheep actually want their wool shaved or else they get too hot. So if you're into animal rights, there's a metaphor that you can buy into. There's many ways. One of my jobs when I didn't have any money, I got stuck in New Zealand when I was traveling the world learning from mentors. I ran out of money. I had to shear sheep in New Zealand. It's a very hard job, but there's various approaches to shearing the sheep, okay? There's no one way. There's different people do it in slightly different ways.